I am Doug. You're on Doug Man's Land, the YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel, the one with the blue check mark. It's the real, accept no substitutes. I'm Doug. Here we have we've been renovating the studio. You can probably see behind me. We film footage for this channel, Doug Man's Land, as well as our sister channel, Reclaiming Retro. If you haven't checked that out and you like the video games, please do. Would love any subscribers to that if you're willing to do so. But anyhow, this studio is shared between both channels, so it's a little more colorful, a little more interesting. That's some of my old video game collection in the background there. There's the old Might and Magic for the Commodore 64 games and some Atari games and Nintendo games, all that stuff. And over on my other channel, I'll do a walkthrough of that at some point. But anyhow, very excited. Some new equipment, new camera gear, new lighting, all that stuff. I appreciate the support of each and every one of you. It is so cool. But we're here tonight for Word Game Wednesday. So we'll get started with that shortly. I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of the ground rules for folks who are new. Each and every week we do see that there are new folks coming through, so just to get you caught up to speed, we play word games like wordle, quordle, and other related ones. You'll have a lot of fun with it. Audience participation is not only allowed but encouraged. Feel free to shout out your favorite words that you want us to start with or guesses as to the current puzzle. Aside from that, feel free to chit-chat amongst yourselves on what you'd like. All we ask is that we're here as a community together. People of all backgrounds are welcome. It's inclusive. Please, no politics, religion, or divisive social issues. That's all we ask. Pretty much every other chat room on YouTube and Twitch and OnlyFans and MySpace and LiveJournal and Farmers Only are for all that stuff. This is the one spot on the internet where we can all come together regardless of our backgrounds, our beliefs, whatever, and just goof off and have fun. So that's where we're at. Oh, I'm hold on, I got to scoot over a little bit. We haven't changed to the game board, but I wasn't in my little circle. Oh, I would have been very much out of my circle if we switched. So here we go. Oh. Yeah, see, my microphone has been looking for a raise, and I haven't been giving it the raise it wants, so now it's pissy. There we go. Anyhow, let's get to the game board here. So once again, thank you everyone for coming by. I see all of our regulars here in chat. Thank you, each and every one of you for coming by. Again, for those who are new to the stream and the channel, what we typically do is a regular rotation of games. We start with what we call Gauntlettle, which is a cool Wordle variant. It has 5 puzzles. We get to choose the starting word for the first puzzle. And after that, our choices for starting words are no more for the remainder of it. So we solve the puzzle, assuming we do, of course. And the solve for that puzzle becomes the first word for the next of the 5 puzzles, so on and so forth. When we get to the 5th and final puzzle, the solves for the first 4 puzzles are automatically filled in, and we only get 2 guesses to finish the Gauntlettle. So it can be kind of tricky. We did have a couple of unfortunate missteps in the last couple weeks, which sometimes happens with this. And of course, if we fail to solve a puzzle on the stream, we have a special little segment we do to pick ourselves up off the ground. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you'll certainly get a kick out of it. So, having said that, and laid out the groundwork, it's time for our first puzzle. I saw Liam Wolf has requested we start with the word glent a few times. I believe Liam was our first word guesser, so I'm going to go with that. And so here we go. We start off with glent, and that gets us an N in position. So there you go. Once again, welcome. I see Bobo, I see Tornado, I see Liam, I see Chev James, I see Bobo. Of course, our producer, Cassandra Hammerstone, is here. I see Karthik is here. I see Mitch. I know I'm missing people, and I apologize. Kyle is here. Welcome, one and all, to the stream. So we are looking for a word. I mean, it probably would make sense to just go and grab a word with the N in the 4th spot and see what we can come up with here. Let's see. I can also take a look. Let's see if I can come up with something here. How about, Playing Fall Guys. Ugh, I don't know how we shoehorned Fall Guys into a word game stream. Interesting. Faint. Chev James wants Faint. See, my only issue with Faint is we already tested the T, and I want to try and test 4 unique letters. So, like, for example, I'm going to go ahead and say if we did, like, the word shank, S-H-A-N-K, that gets us 4 unique letters looked at. And look at that. Shank gets us an S in position, and we have an A out of position here. So there you go. Played on the retro game stream. Is Fall Guys a retro game now? Are we at the point now where the game that came out 6 months ago is still considered retro? And maybe it is by our standards. I don't know. It will be. Well, I mean, we'll see. Excuse me. Okay, Tim Pending, Doom Sauna. You know, I was thinking that too. Mitch also with the sauna. You know, Vince, everyone's coming in here. You know what? Okay, everyone wants a sauna. Who doesn't? Let's try sauna. And there it is. It's sauna. All right, nicely done. Sauna gets us delivered to an A in position and an N out of position for our second puzzle here. Nate, we'll see. I'll take it under advisement. How's that? I will take that under advisement. I'll see if there's some way that somehow works in one of our channels here on this, in the, I guess, Dougaverse. Is that really what we call this now? This channel in Reclaiming Retro, the Dougaverse. So I think I just invented that off the top of my head. That honestly was not something we'd come up with before, but it sounds kind of cute. Nasty. Liam wants nasty, but we tested the S. Handy, sure. See, Side of the Puzzles guys here. Hello. You know what? Let's try handy and see what we get here. Handy, no, it does, however, tell us now that we know the N is the first or the last spot. Nacho, I would have gone with Nacho had we not done handy and tested the H. That would have absolutely been the direction I would have gone with it. Had that happened. So there you go. And for those wondering, I actually have 2 different beverages tonight. I am finishing off, and please, I know this is probably going to get me some lectures, but I am drinking an energy drink. This is not an alcoholic beverage. It's an energy drink. I believe it's called Ghost energy drink, and I know those aren't for everyone, and some people, you can have some bad side effects, so I certainly don't endorse energy drinks across the board, but sometimes I had a long day, so I help myself. And then I have iced tea behind. Let's see. Karen, C-A-R-I-N, Macon, Raven. These are all good. I like bacon. Who doesn't like bacon? I kind of want to try Raven. I'm going to give Raven a go here. And Raven gets us the N in position. Cassandra Hammerstone was running around looking for a cable, and did you slip and fall? She might have almost fell down the stairs. There could have been litigation and potentially substantial financial compensation, and we don't need that. So thank you for not falling. Okay, so we know that R is going to be in the second in the third or fourth spot. I suspect it's going to be in the third. Everyone wants C-A-R-I-N. Okay. No, it's not a valid word. I'm so sorry, folks. C-A-I-R-N? Okay, that is a valid word. All right. There you go, C-A-I-R-N. Wow, okay. I'm going to be the first to admit I had no faith in that as a guess, and I was just doing it because there was a lot of call for that. So I am humbled, and I admit that was definitely the way to go, and I apologize for procrastinating on that one. But anyhow, we now have A and N out of position. All right, there you go. When you're right, you're right. Well played. Bland. That's an interesting guess. That is a very interesting guess. Okay, well, we'll try bland. Bland, everything out of position still, but now we have LA and N to look at. So that is interesting. Mitch with angle, which actually is a fantastic follow-up here. We can evaluate the G and the E. And in addition, yeah, you know what? Bobo in there too. Hey, C. Workington, how you doing? Good to see you. You know what? Yeah, I've got a good feel about angle here. Not angle. Wow. So this is fascinating. Not only is it not angle, but everything has still annoyingly gotten out of position except the A. Because as you see here, we know the A is in the 4th spot. Actually, no, that's not true. The A is in the 4th or the 5th spot, so we still have everything out of position. So nothing with LA in the 2nd or 3rd here, because we have tested the L and the A in the 2nd or 3rd. No, angle, we might be a little bit behind here, but angle is in fact what we just tested. So I might be lagging just a little bit on the chat, but we'll give people a chance to catch up. Nolan, no, it can't be Nolan because we tested N at the end. Zonal or tonal. Zonal or tonal. Now, I'm obviously going to gravitate towards tonal because I like the T. Hey, Tiger, how you doing? Yeah, let's try tonal. There it is. It's tonal. All right. Interesting. Very interesting start today. Okay. So tonal now delivers us to the A out of position in the 4th spot. So let's see here. What do we have on guesses here as I complete my energy drink here? We have quite a bit of show tonight. We will be here on this channel doing the word games till about 7:45, 7:50 Eastern time. And then we will sign off and take an intermission, as I like to call it, intermission. And then at 8 o'clock Eastern time, over on our sister channel, Reclaiming Retro, we'll be back online and we'll be playing video games. You can recommend if there's an Atari or a Nintendo game you'd like me to play and try, even if it's a crappy one and it will frustrate me. I will take requests and we will play, and I'll provide my commentary. So there's that. You can look forward to later tonight. I see Spark. I see Sharp. I see Gravy. Wow. I like all that. Raise. That's an interesting one. Raise, I completely apologize. I'm just going to call you K, and it's meant with all the respect. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I'm going to call you K, and then we're going to go with Raise. Thank you nonetheless for coming by. Raise has an R and an A out of position. Arkanoid is absolutely an option. That's clearly a retro game. Really cool brick-breaking game. Yeah, we could fire that up and try it out. Absolutely. I hope you don't mind. There might be a very faint hum in the background. We're turning a space heater on, as it is Arctic in the studio tonight. Being in the Northeast, we get summer, and then we get about a week and a half of slightly cooler than summer weather, and then we go straight to winter. So we have arrived at winter, and so in the interest of myself not succumbing to frostbite during the stream, as Cassandra Hammerstone looks over at me like, what a baby, I've turned on a space heater. So anyhow, let's see, what do we got here? Guard is an interesting guess indeed. It's Greek. Constantine. All right, please, if you don't mind me calling you Constantine, that would be fantastic. And Constantine, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your time here. All right, I see Beard, I see Dwarf, I see Guard. These are all good. I'm going to go with Guard. Kyle got in the first guess that I kind of had a feel for. Let's give that a go. Guard is productive. It gets us the A and the R in position and a D out of position. So therefore, the D is going to be the 1st or 2nd spot. I believe someone had Dwarf earlier. Vince Watson had Dwarf. There's also Diary. No, it's not Diary because we tested the I in Raise. So that's not it. But I'm going to try Dwarf. Vince's suggestion. And there it is. We got a Dwarf. We have ourselves a Dwarf. And now we have ourselves The final puzzle in today's Gauntlettle. Now we have we have the N in position. We don't know if there's multiple N's. We know there's a C and a U out of position on this. Oh, goodness gracious. So I don't feel like we have a whole hell of a lot here. And as we stated earlier, we only have 2 guesses to work with to get this done. P-U-N-C-G. I'm not sure I follow. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, punch. I'm so sorry. Punch. No, very good, very good. Munch, bunch, punch. So we could have the old UNCH conundrum here. So we would want to test P, M, and B. Yeah, so we have to figure out B, M, and H, right? So bumpy for eval would get 2 of the 3, and 2 of the 3 always works. Because if the B or the M don't light up, then we know it's the H. I'm sorry? Oh, I'm sorry, bunch, munch, punch, but also hunch. So if the B, M, and P, so we have 4 possibilities. If the B, M, and P don't light, we know it's hunch. If any of the others, we're fairly confident that, lunch. Bunch, munch, punch, hunch, lunch. Oh, my goodness. So no matter what we do, we're probably going to have a 50-50 at the end. Ooh, that's right. Oh, no, that's right. Tonal. We tested tonal. Never mind. We tested tonal. Yeah, we tested tonal. All right, so bumpy it is for eval. I believe we have our strat here, as the kids say. Bumpy, there we go. And there's M, so we know that we're pretty confident that we've got ourselves a munch. And there's really nothing else you could do with M-U-N-C with U and N in second and third. Months? No, it's got to be munch. It has to be munch. All right. Show me munch. There we go. We got it. Feels good. It feels good. We stumbled the last couple weeks on the Gauntlettle. It's good that we've finally gotten ourselves back. We've gotten ourselves where we want to be, and we took it down. So, munch it is. FTW, also, as the kids say. I find myself in casual conversation working in the phrase, as the kids say, the older you get, the more and more you find yourself using that phrase in casual conversation, and you stretch it to cover more and more ridiculous circumstances. So there we go. All right, let's move along. What I want to play next is something we played last week and had quite a bit of fun with and enjoyed considerably. So that is the game Phrasal. There we go. Okay, works just like that. So let's try ourselves some Phrasal. Play a couple of these. We're in the practice mode. So Phrasal, again, for the benefit of those who are joining us for the first time this week, think Wordle, but instead of a single word, you are doing a phrase. Hey, Spooky, how you doing? So what will happen is the color coding has one additional type of color. It will tell you if the letter is in the puzzle, but not in the same word. So you have green if it's exactly right, yellow if it's within that particular word somewhere else, and there's another color, I forget which color, we'll see as we go through, where it says the letter exists, but in one of the other words in the phrase. And then, of course, gray means it's nowhere. Okay. So, having said that, let's see, we have some interesting ideas. So for evaluation, you can put any words. They don't have to be a viable phrase, but the final answer will be a phrase, like that someone could plausibly say in casual conversation. That was to correct, I was misunderstanding previously when we played it. So for the purposes of guesses, any 5 and 4-letter word will work. So I see punch bowl, I see lunch boon, Super Bowl. Oh, Jonas, I like the way you think. Yes. Now, of course, obviously, we can't type the words big game in. And, of course, I do not want the wrath of a very large professional sports league. So we are simply coincidentally taking the word super as in super job or a super high score at Pac-Man and super chat. That's true. Very generous. Super chat. Or and put it next to the word bowl, like a cereal bowl. There are no connotations to intellectual property here. So here we go. Super and then cereal bowl. Oh, there's an ad. Look at that. The ad came up. I'm protecting you from being marketed LLB. And so that's a memo to you, LL Bean. If you want the circle to disappear, you know where to find me, and you know what you got to put up. There you go. LL Bean has just super chatted $50,000, by the way, and I will move my circle. Anyhow, Super Bowl got us nothing. Sadly, it got us nothing. Purple, thank you, Nate, is what a letter would be if it was in a different word of the phrase. So we got the big old goose egg on that. So what would be an example of a 5 and a 4 that don't use letters? Orate slug uses some of them. AI vowels remain. Yep. So let's see here. How about if we did, let's see, faint. I'm going to go with faint chin because we want to have as little crossover as possible. I think it doesn't use any of the super and then the cereal bowl things there. So here we go, faint chin. All right, so there's a lot to digest here, right? So we have the I and the N in faint completely locked in. We know the first letter has a T in the first or second spot. There's an A in the second word, and there's an H in the first word, and an N in the second word somewhere. So there's a lot going on here. So again, we're looking at, I feel like the first word is think. I feel like the first word is think. Think mink. Think something with an N in the first three letters, right? That's what I'm thinking. Mink. I don't know about mink. I'm sold on the think. Not sure how I feel about the think. I mean the mink rather. I'm sorry. How about How about there would be an A and an N. I'm sorry. There would be an A and an N. Think tank. Phil. How you doing, Phil? And by the way, that's an amazing guess. It's got to be it. Think tank. I feel very good about this. And there it is. Phil. That's what I like. I like someone jumping in their very first contribution to chat. Boom, here's the answer. Phil, that is the way that is how you make an entrance into a room, my friend. There you go. Very well played, Phil. This is fun. I want to do another one. Let's do another one here. All right, so here, it's almost like, this is like halfway between Wordle and Wheel of Fortune when you think about it. It's like this weird, cool middle ground phrasal. They could probably make a game show on TV. So you got a phrase, right? And you have to guess the letters in the phrase. And maybe there'd be like a wheel you could spin and you could win prizes. Just a thought. All right. Anyhow, bank rig slugs. That's an interesting one. Bank rig slugs. Interesting imagination you've got on you, Nate. But you know what? We got to start somewhere. So I'll tell you what. We'll go with it. Bank rig. The goofy commercials behind my circle, kind of, I find them entertaining. They're just the most ridiculous sponsors, but we are protecting. I am here to protect you from the sponsors. Don't let their seductive advertisements program you into purchasing things you don't need. Bank rig slugs gets me B and A in position in the first word. So there's an N in either the second and or third word. There's an I in either the first or the third word, possibly both. Same with L. So that's an interesting way to look at this. Wish I'd do maybe. We'll work in a maybe at some point. I promise you that. We'll find a way. Spooky, have you been asking for maybe for the daily Wordle? Okay, so here's the thing, Spooky. You've been asking for the starting word maybe in the daily Wordles. We don't do spoilers here. However, I will give you a little nugget. This week's episodes of the daily Wordle, please watch each and every day because there's going to be something special there that's going to make you happy. That's all I'm going to say. You definitely need to be keeping your eyes on this week's Daily Wordle episodes. Bane, let chill. Bane, let chill. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Bane, let chill. I guess I have to enter. Why is it not? Hold on. Not sure why it wasn't letting me. Oh, word 1 is not in word list. I'm sorry. Okay. So word 1 is not in the word list. Let's see. What do we have here? There's no N in it. Bail. Oh, bail. Yeah, I kind of like bail here, huh? Let's see, bail. I'm just gonna try some eval here. Pet. Bail, pet, chomp. I just want to do some eval here. Okay, so look at what we've got here. Now this is interesting. We know that the I is in the third word, right? Because it showed purple in the first or second words. So we know that the third word is CH in position in that order, and there's an I somewhere else in those 3 letters. We know the first word is BA something L. And I would suspect that that means that the first word is the word ball. I feel like it's ball. Ball, win, chill. No, there's no I in that second word. So it's ball something CH with no, there would be there. Oh, I know it. I have the answer. I know the answer. Ball. Tim has it as well. Ball and chain. Ball and chain is absolutely the answer. When I was looking at where's that pesky N gonna go, and I'm like, well, if we put it in the second, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it absolutely has to be ball and chain. There you go. It is ball and chain. Very nicely done. I gotta tell you, this is like possibly my favorite of these games. This is a fun game to play. You guys up for one more? I promise we won't do it all night, but I want to do one more because this is so much fun, and then we will move on to our next game. Wordathlon. You know what? I don't have time to refactor how we're set up this week, but I do want to revisit that, Nate. We will put that on our list, and we'll play that next week. I promise you that. You're right, we have not done it in a while, and that was fun when we did that. So I will put that on the docket. Oh, wow. 6 a.m. for Spooky Ollie. I don't want to be nosy, but where about geographically on terra firma are you, my friend? But, I mean, thank you so much for waking up at 6 a.m. for the show. That's super cool. While we're waiting for that, so Australia. Oh, okay, Australia. Hope you're having a great... I guess it's not really autumn in Australia, right? Because the seasons are different. What season is Australia currently experiencing? But anyway, as we go through, we have 2 6-letter words here. 6 p.m. for lap, nada, and cubing. Welcome aboard, by the way. So I'm tempted to say danger is the opener here. It's spring. Okay, spring in Australia. Nearly summer in December. Got it. Interesting. Do we just start with danger? What the heck? Let's go with it. Which, by the way, was an 80s hair band. for those who are keeping score. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. Look at that. I paid the price for being a goofball. We got one E butt locked into position on the second word. Can I? No, it's not because I don't want to. If I did, I would. But there's some things. My brain only has so much memory in it. Remember, I'm a child of the 70s, kids, and they manufactured us with like 640 kilobytes of memory. I can barely remember how to put my pants on in the morning. So asking me to sing Danger Danger songs, no. I mean, if we're at karaoke and I'm a few drinks in and the words are on the screen, sure. But yeah, there you go. Oh, there's political ads behind me. Those are always fun. All right, what do we have? Let's get some guesses going here, guys. Let's get some guesses going. I need 2 6-letter words to work with here. Something summer. I like that. I'm down with that for eval. Something summer. How about warmer summer? Yeah, but there's a lot of overlap with what we've done. I'm in my 40s/50s. So, all right, in fairness, I've not hit 50 yet. And yes, I am playing word games. All right, let's think of some 6-letter words, folks, that don't have the letters from danger in them, so we can get through this in one piece. I'm looking down at the letter board, the unused letters. Lotion, it could be lotion. Mousy. Mousy is good. Yeah, mousy is definitely a good choice. I like that. How about mousy police? I'm going to go with mousy police to get as many unique letters as possible here. Mousy police. Well, we got a little more to work with here. So mousy police tells me that there's a Y in position in the first word, an S somewhere else. In the second word, we know the E's in the fifth, but we also know there's an I and a C hanging out there as well. Something flyers. My mom is probs near you. Okay, very good. In the northeast quadrant of the United States. Oh, in age. I said that because those no in age, not in geographical location. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, Tom Robinson. Tonight's theme is Doug is old. Let's discover how old he really is. And do I feel uncomfortable being entertained by someone as old as Doug? Well, I mean, that's for you to decide, ladies and gents. Not for me. Not for me. That's on you. I mean, it's like Spooky's like, you knew someone that's that old, 51? How are they still alive? Anyhow, let's get back to the puzzle, shall we? We've taken a long sojourn away from the puzzle. Let's get back to the word games. Back to the word games. So, what do I do with this first word? We've taken so many letters out of the equation here. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the. See, I think that we've got A, E, I, O, and U exhausted. So this first word only has probably, if I had to guess, more than one Y in it. I think it's got to be, right? So that's an interesting situation. And the second word, so that's where I'm kind of stuck on that first word. What can I think of for 6-letter words that have no traditional vowels in them? Shifty. Yeah, but shifty. Well, I wonder if the rule here is if the I is in both words, if it's orange or blue. So you know what? You're right. You know, Tim Petting Doom, I think you're right. There could potentially be an I in there, I think. So let's try shifty. Let's try shifty for the first word. And then on that second one, see, we have the E in there. And technically, maybe there could be a Y there. Skinny. Now, that E in that second word is what's making this a little tricky, right? Shifty. And I want to just try something with a C, right? Ticket. Ticket is interesting. Oh, ticket. Shifty ticket. Yeah, you got me, Vince. That's a fantastic idea. So shifty. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we got it. We have the answer here in the studio. Cassandra Hammerstone just shouted it out. What do we have? Oh, Tim Penning Doom also got it. Sticky Wicket. Yeah, it's got to be Sticky Wicket. Yep. And there it is. Oh, that was a tricky one because that's I think you could say that's a regional phrase. I believe that's a British if I know correctly. It's an English / British phrase. So there you go. Sticky Wicket. All right. Cool. What about Stepdle? I don't know. We'd have to look that up. I'll look that up and see if that's something we want to do. I have to get ready for school. Spooky, thank you for coming by and hanging for a bit. I mean, super appreciated. I'm humbled that anyone would get up at 6 a.m. to check it out. Thank you for coming by, and we will look forward to seeing you again soon. Chairs. All right, here's what we're going to do. If you got to go, Spooky, we're going to move along here to traditional wordles. I'll tell you what I'll do. One last one for you before you head out. We'll do a 6-letter with chairs, and then we'll go back to our regular thing, just so you can get in there. Oh, you have 24 minutes. All right, well, we've started chairs, so we're going to go backwards this week. You're going to have 6 letters first. How's that? Chairs, AI, and S out of position. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Good to see you. So 6 letters. S, A, and I, all out of position. All right. How about aspire? Oh, no, it can't because we tested the I in the 4th spot and the R in the 5th spot. Never mind. Yeah, so satire, we tested the I and the R in the 4th and 5th. So that, unfortunately, won't work out for us here. Let's see. Hold on. Don't let your energy drinks go flat. Not great. It's a real-time product review, by the way. Insane. Insane has possibilities, as does static. No, actually, static can't, because we tested the 3rd with A. Let's try insane. Insane gets us the A and the E locked in. I, N, and S still out of position. We could have potentially the S in the 5th spot. Let's see here. I don't think the I's in the 5th spot. Karthik, Doug is 43 years old, I think. That's interesting. Do we I mean, do I want to disclose my age? Not really. But I'll tell you that I appreciate that guess. How's that? I appreciate that. Boy, this is stumping me because I'm visualizing in my head things that start with S and an N, and I'm getting stuck with that I. Because I know the I's not in the 5th spot. So, like, for example, if we said I, N, A, blank, E, or then it can't be the inverse NIS, so it has to be SINI. Sinaki? Is that a word? No. Not a valid word. So if we take the, let's see. We can't. What if we did, what about this visualization? Hear me out. We know the S can't be there, right? But what if we did A-S-E? No. Or Or what about INASE? So it's XINASE. I'm sorry. XINASE. Is there something that is possible here? Alt 66-year-old is here. Don't know. We have not. I don't know the ages of the folks in chat, to be honest, and it's certainly it's certainly optional if you wish to disclose that. KINASE, I believe that's a word. Yeah. There it is. Wow. All right, Karthik. Karthik, you get the gold star here. Cassandra Hammerstone is going to go grab a definition on that. I don't know the dictionary definition of the word. I know I've read it before, but well played, Karthik. I would have been stuck here for a bit on that. One of my grandmas play Wordle. There you go. I think grandmas love me in general. Let's go back and do this the way we usually start off. We start off usually with, it's an enzyme. There you go. Okay, that makes sense. As I'm always reading about things like I like reading medical articles, so that would explain why I probably saw that. We like to start with the 4 letters typically. Rate. Chev wanted rate. We can do rate. We'll do a couple warm-ups here, and then we'll do some more 5-letter. Rate gets me an E out of position. Let's see. What if we do lend? Lend, it's not there either. All right. What if it was stat? No, we gotta have an E here. B. I'm stuck on that E, right? MOE. It can't be poet. We tested that. Could be. Why am I stuck on this? Goes. GOES. There, we've got the E now locked into the 3rd. We know there's an S hanging out here as well. It could be. Is it Usi? Not a valid word. Oh, okay. I think the reference would have been Usi, but no, we're not very Usi right now. It's an inside reference. All right. Seep. No, we tested the E in the 2nd spot. I like the idea, although it could be now. We tested the N. I was going to say even, but obviously that we can't do that, right? GMF. Chew. It's like this is like the 60-second challenge. No, but now we know there's an S and a C. Oh, spec. There it is. I got it. Sorry for not waiting on you guys. It drove me just off my rocker. So it is in fact spec. Just got to have a hospital ward. I hope you're feeling better. We're out of 6 guys. There's me, 66, 79, 85-year-old, and 88. All right, well, then you were the junior. There you go. And like I said, I certainly hope you're feeling better. 6 pints of blood. Oof, geez. Again, like I said, I hope we can assist in your recovery. Giving you some good cheer here. Used. Cassandra Hammerstone wants the word used. We'll go with it. We have a D at the end, a U elsewhere in this particular word here. What do we have? What would make sense there? Crud. Yeah, all right. Crud it is. No. Well, we know the U's in the 2nd spot. It'd be like fund. There it is. It's fund. That was quick. Let's go to 5-letter words. I'm just not. Honestly, I wasn't really feeling the 4 letters here tonight. Who's got a 5-letter word for me? Because I finished my flat energy drink. No, I have another drink behind. You were trying to say fund. I know, Nate. I give you full credit on that. I see Flack, Orate, Crazy, Skate. These are all good. I just want to spread the love around here. Mitch, I don't think we used one of your guesses yet so far tonight, so we're going to try Orate. Or it gets us an R in position, an A and an E out of position. Okay. So that's always interesting when you see it play out like that. How about arena? Arena jumps out at me, to be perfectly honest. No? Okay, but we know now that the E's in the third, and we know that the most likely that A is in the fourth spot, so something like bread. Actually, there's a lot of places we can go. Bread, break, great. No, not great, because we tested the T. Cream. Yep, that's another possibility. So I feel like maybe just the starting point is any REA word. Break, I was saying that before, break. I said break first. Actually, let me try break. No? Okay, but we got the REI matter settled. We know that. So it could be cream. It could be, well, we've taken bread out of the equation, obviously. So maybe cream, dread. Cream and dread are possibilities. So maybe cream makes sense here because if C and M both don't light up, then dread is our prime suspect here. Dream. Yeah, so cream would rule out dream potentially. CREAD is a word. Well, okay. But I think I'm going to go with cream here. I think it does the best job of ruling out potential suspects. Oh, it's cream. All right. The mystery didn't need to go any further than that. We got it with cream. All right. Good job. Good job. Cool. Let's play another puzzle. 5 letters. Who's got a 5-letter word for me to get us started today on this puzzle? What do we have here? What do we have? Shine. All right. We're going to go with Brian with shine. Oh, shine. Good start. We got the I and the N locked into position here. That's good. A good start. We could do, I'm going to try bring as a second guess. No, oh, we got the ing. Tim Pending Doom also had the same idea as me. So we have an ing word. Now we know that you can take things like thing out because we tested the H. So we have fling is a possibility. Spooky with fling as well. 2 folks with fling. We haven't had any true 50-50 scenarios yet, by the way. I don't think that I can remember the last time we've gone 50 minutes into the stream without needing a vote. That's kind of interesting. Swing, we tested the S. Cling. So fling and cling are possibilities. So yeah, maybe it is a 50-50 between fling and cling, but we have 4 guesses. So let's go with Spooky's fling here. Oh, dying. All right. Oh, look at that. So we've taken the LING out. So now Vince is up on deck with dying is our top contender. Because when we look at it, the TING would be like sting. We've taken the S out, so I don't think that's going to have any legs. And dying, tying, not lying, because we tested the L and fling. Doing. So doing, dying, tying. So if we start with dying, we cover the possibilities of doing and dying. So I feel like dying is the way to go next. No, it sounds morbid, but I think that's the correct play here. Dying, okay. So now we've got tying or lying. It's the 50-50 tying or lying here. Was that? Oh, I'm sorry. We've ruled the L out. That's right. So it's tying. Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's it. We just have tying. Oh, vying. Tim Pending Doom saying, no, you do have a 50-50. You have tying or vying. All right. Well, you know what? We haven't had a poll yet. It seems like it's good. And, oh, you know what? Tying or vying. I've never, prior to tonight, actually filled out the question part. I just put 2 options. That might be confusing to. So, There we go. Let's go here. Tying or vying, please vote. Well, I finish my stale energy drink, and then we will find out what we're going to go with next. All right. With 13 votes in, I'll give it another second or so here. All right. We're going to call it here. Lots of votes. Thank you so much. Tying. Very close vote, but tying is going to do it here. And there it is. It's tying. All right. We could have also considered an eval there, but well, we got it. Sometimes you just got to roll the dice and see what happens on the other side of it. Tying it is. Cool. Let me see. Looking down at the clock, see we're doing pretty good here. How about we do one more 6-letter word before we move along here? Who has a 6-letter word for me? Now in America, I'll give you a programming note. Those in the United States will know this. Busted. I like that. Let's start with busted. In the event later this evening in the United States, I were to win the Powerball, which is $1.2 billion, future programming note, there will be no more streams or videos because I'll be buying a private island and there will be no internet. So if I mysteriously stop making videos and there's no daily Wordle, you know why. It's very simple. Anyhow, busted. We have a U out of position. When can you buy tickets? I don't know. I think in the end, this is for U.S. people, of course. I think it's like at 11 o'clock Eastern time, so I believe you have to buy them like, I want to say before 10, but please don't quote me on that. I almost never played lotteries or any of these things, so I think I remember that, but I'm not sure. I will, if anyone needs to run out to get lottery tickets, may I just ask, please leave the stream open so YouTube still loves me. Please help my retention. Or watch it on your cell phone while you're driving. Because that's safe. Cassandra Hammerstone immediately perked up like, you're going to get us in trouble. Cabbage worm. I'm not sure, Nate, if that fits in 6 letters and has a U, but thank you for the idea. What do we got here? 10 p.m. Eastern time. What can I do for a second guess here? How about, I'm just looking down at my unused letters. What do we have? Steering wheel holds my phone perfectly. Probably not a great thing. We don't want to encourage people to do bad things. Hold on. What are we doing here? Chili. CHAR. I could do charms. Crusty. Oh, crusty. Yeah, but the problem with crusty is we already tested the S&T. So I'm strategically, what I'm trying to do here. Oh, no, crayon. Crayon gets me 6 unique letters. We're doing an eval here, right? So the point here is to get 6 unique letters looked at. So crayon gets us to where we have N, U, N, A all in a position. So it's a little more to work with. Now we're looking for words with the U, A, and N in them, obviously, in different spots. I wish we hadn't tested the E because I'd be looking at the word avenue at this point. It's almost unfortunate that we tested that E. That would have been my next stop. Not. That's a... well, we tested the T. I love that word. If it wasn't for the fact that we had tested the T, that was a good idea. But if we start, let's say, for example, I'm just doing a visualization with an N and an A here. Like, let's see. Flight. Is that, that would be an E. Is that an E? It's eval. Flight for eval. Let's see what we got here. Flight. There's an IU. I mean, I guess I'm not opposed to flight. It's 5 letters. They're unique. And it won't leave... Here's the thing. You're right. It won't leave much to the imagination on the unused letterboard. All right. So look at that. Flight. Spook Alley is correct. There was an I. Wow, look at this. We have the G in position. And we have an unscramble. We have an unscramble here. We have all the letters. They're just not out of position. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's right. Tim Pending Doom got it first. Another tricky word. A very tricky word. I'm waiting to see who's like, I demand you define the word immediately. And I'm like, can we get the dictionary definition? I'm asking my producer. Cassandra Hammerstone, without whom this does not actually ever happen. I just want a quick dictionary definition on this. Yep. What do we have? Waiting patiently. All right. Oh, did you just put? Oh, see, I'm like, oh, a tongue or an organ resembling a tongue. Oh. Well, there you go. It's interesting. Over the last year, I've learned many 5-letter words. Still lacking in 6-letter words. Yeah, I hear you. I think we're all in the same. Cabbage worm. Come on, Nate. Come on, Nate. We got a lot of games to play. I know occasionally we'll do the 11, but we're making good time here. Maybe next week. But we're gonna move on here. Now I do need to put my mug up for a second. We got to do a little rearranging around the house here, as they say, because we are going to get ready to play our multiple concurrent games here. There we go. So it's time for Quordle. Everyone loves Quordle. I love Quordle. You love Quordle. We all love Quordle. So there you go. It is Quordle time. It has really been 2 months since we did an 11. I think it's been a little less than that, but we'll get one in maybe next time. So let's see. Like your setup, Giuseppe. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video at some point showing the behind the scenes. That is actually on our docket. Ready Soggy Pitch. I don't know if we've done that before. We have done Glunt Brick Jumpy. Did I ever air the impromptu 60-second challenge? If you go back to the video on demand from the previous streams, they're there. But I will also say, I don't know if you noticed it last night, a brand new standalone 60-second challenge got posted, and we filmed a bunch of them, and they will start airing over the next week. So there's more standalone ones coming. Orate Slimy Dunch. There's some very, very creative ones here. Let me think here. I've got a few of them. I got to choose. You know, I think I'm going to go with Mitch because I like, there's not a lot of I don't think there's any overlap here. So we're going to go with Orate. Hello. There you go. Slimy. And Dunch. Interesting. All right. I should cut ones. Who doesn't want to see your face and their feet more often? You know what? I think I probably will actually cut clips of that and post them, perhaps as shorts. Absolutely. So there you go. Rise to the Equation, the $50 super chat. Thank you so much. Rise to the Equation. I can't tell you how appreciative, humbled I am for that. Feel free to jump in and say hi. We don't bite. Rise to the Equation, by the way, has a fantastic YouTube channel. Please go check it out. Rise to the Equation also does Wordle streams and does all sorts of really cool videos with math. Actually makes it fun, makes it approachable, the subject matter. So please go check out the Rise to the Equation YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much once again. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Very, very kind. We have an interesting Quordle here where we've got a good start. And so we have at least one gimme. The upper left puzzle is Musty. So there we go. We can take that one right off the top. We have NU blank TY, so that is almost certainly nutty, as those in chat have already pointed out. Nutty, there we go. All right. Is it November 2nd for me? Yes, it is November 2nd here in the States. That is correct. I believe it is November 3rd in Australia, being like 6 something a.m. Oh, no, yeah, so we have a very strict rule. We do not allow anyone to spoil the daily Wordle or the daily Quordle. We're actually playing in practice mode in Quordle, so what we are playing is not, and I repeat, not the daily Quordle. So we will not be spoiling if you enjoy the daily Quordle. And yeah, that's one of our rules. Anyone that spoils a puzzle in chat, today's or tomorrow's, will be banned. There's no mulligans on that, no second chances. So please understand. There's nothing more important to me than making sure that we don't ruin anyone's good time. Okay, so anyhow, we have Musty Nutty given to us. Now, the other two, we're going to require a little bit more thinking. Addle on 3. That's an interesting pick. Not even sure where to go with the R, E, and L out of position on that. I guess it's worth giving a go at Addle here. Let's see what we get. No, we didn't, but we did get the ADLE, which makes me feel like it's ladle, LADLE. I always have to do my Wordle first because I don't like how people comment the answers on your vids. Yeah. Sometimes, and that's not meant to spoil. It's meant to kind of like illustrate what people's progression and guesses were. And I know it's a little bit of there's two schools of thought on that. You know, the way I look at it is, I mean, I'm assuming is the content creator that you've watched the video before you scroll to the comments. So I don't really see it as too much of a spoiler because if you watch the video, you know what the answer is. But I do get it. Like, some people might want to look at the comments and, yeah, I don't know if I have a good answer for that. But I appreciate you. I mean, you've obviously worked around it. You play it first before you watch my video. I think most people do. I think most people will play on their own and then check out how I did it. And folks who have never seen the channel will typically, what we find with it is when we have a really difficult word, a bunch of new people like will come up onto YouTube like, what the hell was, November 3rd's Wordle? And then typically you see me close to the top of the with the other esteemed Wordlers, and you watch one of our videos, and that's how people kind of find us, I think. So anyhow, I got spoiled by your video today, but it's completely my fault. LOL. Oh, okay. So anyway, let's get back to the puzzle. We keep getting distracted. I'm so sorry. We keep getting very easily distracted here. So I believe ladle has to be, yeah, ladle will give us some intel on 4. That is correct. So let's go ahead and take what I believe to be the layup here. There it is. Well, with 2 guesses left, we know our L is in the middle. That's what we do know. So that's that. We know what we've got to test our words with L in the middle. I fell asleep early, so I didn't do the Wordle until the next day, and I had already watched the video. Oh, sorry about that. And I'll tell you, I give you guys who watch the stream and come in chat a little inside baseball. Whether it's myself or the other folks that do the daily Wordles, like the Empty Apartment and Nate Plays, and I know I'm Ranks and Rise to the Equation, all these folks. I don't know how everyone else does it, but what we do here is we produce them a week or 2 at a time. And to date, knock on wood, the New York Times Wordle allows you to kind of set your system date forward and play future episodes. So we do them in one big sitting, and then we produce them. Because otherwise, the only other way I could have them available to folks who want to see them right away is to actually be up and awake at the stroke of midnight every day, and then myself and Cassandra Hammerstone have to stay up and, make sure we edit the video in terms of taking the before we go on the air and off out and making sure the sound levels are right and putting the thumbnail and all that and producing it. at my advanced age. That probably wouldn't be good for me, right? I do need my rest. So, for the grace of God, we pray that the New York Times will continue to let that happen and not lock it down. If they do, then I guess, well, I'm going to get a lot less sleep in my life. But it is what it is. Anyhow, I don't know how I got off on a tangent. We need words with an L in the middle. Thank you, Spooky, for coming by. I appreciate you being here, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Okay, Rise to the Equation. Yes, thank you for jumping in. I appreciate that. Yes, pre-recording 7 to 14 in advance. That's exactly how we do it. And like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, it's a sanity thing. And, you know, I'm sure Rise to the Equation is the same in this regard. You know, like I said, we record it. I play it. The only thing we do is we'll adjust the sound if the sound is too high or too low, if the lighting is a little off, but we do not edit. Unless I had coughed, if I you know, something like that. But there's no significant editing that infringes the integrity of the puzzle. So if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. You see it as I play it. But nonetheless, you know, we tape them in a few in advance, because otherwise, like I said, I mean, no one can. No one in their right mind is going to be sitting up at 11:59 a.m. Each time. So anyhow. Where was I? Okay. Smart idea for daily word game. Yes. All right. Let's get back into this. We need a word desperately that has L, where were we? L in the middle, right? Rebel. Vicky Price, how you doing? Oh, yeah, L could be at the end. That's right. Vicky, I like what you're thinking, Vicky. We only have 2 guesses. But I like the fact that we would get the E tested in both the second and the fourth spot. So we'd almost certainly have L. We you know what? Yeah, I think we got to go. Even with 2 guesses left, we got to go with Rebel here. Okay. All right. So there you go. It's got to be Rebel. Of course, when I always say these things, I will take the moment to like peruse the keys, the unused letters. It's not real. Like your real Big Fish concert tonight. It's got to be Rebel. Let's take it down. There we go. It is. It might have been one of the longer quordles on this series because we got all distracted and having side conversations. And by that, I'm openly gaslighting you all because it was just me. It was just me distracted. You were all a fantastic audience, very patiently sitting through my monologue. And we squeezed in a puzzle too. loving the behind the scenes. Okay, I'll take it. I'm more than happy to peel back the curtain a little if it's something that folks enjoy. Always happy to do that. Let's get Cassandra. I think she likes the mystery. I think she enjoys. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. I was just. So she does enjoy the mystery. However, I will tell you, we have a video that we are producing right now for this channel, for the Doug Man's Land channel. And it is, I could spoil this. No, I can't spoil it. Okay. Oh, Cassandra said, don't spoil it. We have a video. It's different from anything we've done before. Okay, I'm looking over her. She's shooting me the evil eye if I say that wrong. It's something that we haven't done before. It is adjacent to word games. It's actually related to Wordle. The official, no, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. She's looking at me like literally. If I say another word, you'll see her on camera for the first time, but you'll also see me get knocked the F out. We don't want that. So, is it probably within the next week or so? In the next week, you're gonna see it, and I can't. I want to spoil it for you guys, but she's gonna kill me. I promise you, it's gonna be fun. We need a new opener here. I'm sorry. It's like a chatty night tonight. Chatty fun. But I see everyone seems to be enjoying it. So, all right. We need an opener for another quordle. Let's get one going here. We have suggestions queued up. I'm sorry. We're going to get one here. Oh, ready, soggy, pitch. I believe Nate had that. Let's do ready, soggy, pitch. That's interesting. That's like a borderline challenge one, I guess you might say here. So let's see. It's interesting opener. Interesting opener. I feel like the most productive one was the upper right, where we have S, P, and C out of position, A in position. I think Cassandra Emerson on the chat is disgruntled with how little information I was allowed to give. We are not playing strip wordle. I'm just going to take that off the table. I don't care how much trouble I get from my producer. No. See, now maybe we get an OnlyFans going at some point, but we don't have one yet. So no. But I appreciate the idea. Always appreciate the ideas. Can't promise I'm ever going to, back, you can now win $2 more tonight. I don't know what that I don't know what that means, but okay. Wided for one. Wided. I think you meant wider, right? We tested the R. Clasp. Clasp, Vicky. Let's try. I like that a lot. Let's try clasp. There it is. There it is. Very well played, Vicky. Thank you. Here now clasp is the gift that keeps on giving, right? We've gotten the L in the lower left. And we also have the I in the upper left. So we got a little more to work with. Vince got a Powerball ticket. Okay, cool. Excellent. Lappy. I mean, that's not a... apply. Apply is also a possibility here. That would be a very quordle thing to have the double P in there. You know what? I'm going to go with apply. There it is. There it is, the double P, but we caught it early. That was definitely the right way to go. So the only concern I have right now, even though we have 4 guesses left, we have very precious little intel on the lower right. But I feel like I want to start thinking more about that upper left. Why did... this is like... Now, here's the thing. Earlier, I admit I had no faith in... There was one of the words we were doing on Gauntlettle. I had no faith, but it ended up being right. Widen. Yeah, you know what? I have more faith in widen, to be honest with you. And I'm willing to give that a go, actually. That feels good. All right, widen gets us... We still have the I in position, but now we have D, E, and N out of position. So we've got more to work with. So that was actually a great guess, yeah. Absolutely. And I wish we hadn't tested the R, because I wanted... No, it can't be diner. We tested the E in the fourth. Never mind. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just the dork on the camera. Boy, Biden is the first thing that came into my mind too. Mind. Ooh, mind. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could also be dined. Mind or dined, but let's try mind. That's interesting. I was expecting at least the INED to all be lit up, so it's not. There's no M. And we know that the... fiend then is what we're really looking for. Yeah, Bobo was right the whole time. Bobo was right. I will say I am guilty tonight of not having enough faith in you, the audience. So let me just say, I apologize. I have not had enough faith in you, and it is showing in our results. It's clearly fiend. Bobo is on fire. There you go, my friend. There you go. I humbly apologize for not having enough faith. Okay. So now I'm looking at the lower right. Here's what I think. My theory is rumor. My theory for the lower right is the word rumor. R-U-M-O-R. We have not tested the U at all. We only have the one guess here. If we get this wrong, we are out. So that's what I'm thinking. Does anyone have any alternate suggestions or believes me to be incorrect with the guess rumor? All right, we have another. We have people seconding rumor. All right, a bunch of folks seconding it. Let's do it. We have our backup plan if it's wrong, but I feel pretty rumpo. That's what happens when you have overweight fingers. My Rubenesque fingers want rumpo. Rumor has it. Oh, there's so many off-color jokes. They're just flooding into my brain, and it's crashed it. If I was going to start an OnlyFans for the channel, I would call myself Rumpo. There we go. That's now I forced myself to use it in an improv comedic way. All right, I think we got time for another quordle. Who's got an opener for me here? Improv is not going to get you any followers. No offense. I'm sorry. What was the? I apologize. What was the opener? Light, noted, and tries. We also have tries, notes, and races. So that's like what? That's intentionally like a hard word challenge because there's a lot of overlap, especially like the E and the S are like thrown out, right? So I mean, if that's the intent, if the idea is can I escape from that, I'm willing to give it a go. I'm always willing to try something intentionally tricky. All right, so let's try an intentionally difficult, right? Tries, notes and races. So we get like a lot less intel than you would expect, right? Rumbo. Well, I'm not gonna get it that hard. I'm not gonna make it that difficult. Boy, here we are. We're in the frying pan, ladies and gents. Look how little we've got to work with. I almost want to Hail Mary to my friend Fudgy here. I will say, here's the good news, right? We've tested A, E, I, and O. So actually, believe it or not, I condone Fudgy because we'd get the other vowel, we'd get the non-standard Y, and we'd get F, D, and G for giggles. So you know what? I'm going to call it. I think this is one of those spots where you go with your friend Fudgy and you see what happens. Fudgy. So look at this. Look at what we've got here. I'm specifically looking at the upper right. So we have F, R, and E in position, and F, R, E, and D in position. My bad. It can't be fried with an I because we tested it, so it has to be freed, the double E. And this will also give me, I don't think, none of the other ones are going to have a double E. But yeah. It's not fried F-R-Y-E-D, even if that's valid. We tested the Y. So, all right, so we do have one down here. There we go. So, and we got to take these. We got 4 guesses left, 3 puzzles. Sigma for 1. Yeah. I mean, we basically have 4 of the letters. We tested N, so it can't be when we tested S at the end, right? Right. So sigma is, I can't think of a better thing to put there. And obviously we'll test the M, like, as a side benefit, and that could help us. So all right, let's go with sigma. There it is. All right. Very well played. Good job. Thank you, Rise. Now, we have, again, 3 guesses, 2 words. So we have 1 mulligan, as they say in the biz. I have some suggestions here. We got Cliff on 4, Whiny on 3. So interesting. So we haven't tested the L or the H. So this is interesting. I like both of those suggestions. I'm just trying to think in my mind which one is more tantalizing. See, I have more faith and Cliff being the answer, then whiny. Joseph is here. Our good friend Joseph is here. Hey, Doug, had a burrito for supper. It's almost like you thought I had Wendy's. Joseph, by the way, is a marketing executive with Wendy's. You'll all learn that in due time. I just want to say, Joseph, my check hasn't cleared yet. Anyhow, whiny. Yeah. All right. We have a second on that motion. We're going to go with whiny. Oh, look at that. Nailed it. Fantastic with whiny. Very, very good job. All right. So we get 2 bites of the apple here. We're loving Cliff. I feel like I could just go right for it. I don't feel any reticence to do that. Let's go with Cliff. Oops. There it is. All right. We got it. We got it. Good deal. Cliff it is. Quordle complete. All right. It is 7:21 here. We are going to move along to our next game. You all know it. You all love it. It's Octordle time. 8 in a row. Again, for anyone who's new in the background watching, please come on and chat. So Octordle is double Quordle, right? So we're doing 8 puzzles at the same time, sharing the same guesses. What I like to do, I paid it was like $8 for a lifetime subscription, I guess you could say, to Octordle, where you don't have ads, and they gave you do different game variations. So that was a no-brainer. And one of the things that they give you is this mode called Rescue. And the way this works is it starts you off with 4 crappy guesses, and you have to work your way out of this scenario. You have 9 guesses, but there's 8 words, so you really only have 1 mulligan in the entire game. We do phenomenally well over the last several weeks playing this mode. We'll open it here, and then we'll do 1 or 2 freeform Octordles where we'll take some openers and we'll riddle our way through. So having said that, looking at this one, wow, yeah, there's a lot of interesting spots here. Let me take a moment and peruse the board and see if we've got any gimmies. We've not evaluated N. So the 4th puzzle, I have to think, is the word phone. I don't think there's anything else that can be there. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Good to see you. So let's go with that, because obviously we certainly want to evaluate the N. There we go. Okay, and you see, that's actually pretty critical. You really need that first one, because if you miss, you have no backup plan. You have to start knocking them off one by one, and that's that. So that was pretty clutch. We lit up a couple of letter N's. We have the 6th puzzle. It's almost certainly going to be. Well, actually, hold on. Let me think that through. I was going to say it had to be in the 2nd spot, but I would... Oh, spend. Yeah, no, that works. I was going to say spent, past tense. So I'm pretty confident that the 6th one is the word spend. Looking over at chat, I'm seeing folks are in agreement. Hyper on 7. Very possible as well. Very possible. So let me do spend first, because I feel super confident on that one. There we go. All right. So we got spend. And now as far as hyper goes, because we've tested the P in the 1st and the 2nd, and I know that P is not going to be in the 4th, that kind of locks the P into the 3rd. So we have H, P, R locked in. The E is not, it's not going to be H-E-P blank R. So yeah, working it out in our heads. Yeah. Hyper has to be it. There we go. Look at puzzle 8. Look at this. We have a double P revealed by doing this. So that's interesting. And there's a U in there as well. This could be pupil. We haven't tested the I and the L. I'm not going to go right into that. That might come down the line, but I love pupil here a lot. We also have folks suggesting, so we have tracked for the first one as a possibility. No, it can't be, because we tested the C. with pouch, so that is not going to work. We have, again, spend, or I'm sorry, snipe. For the second one. Yeah, because P has to be in the fourth spot. So we have that figured out. Yeah, looking through it has to be snipe. Okay, we can take that, and we'll get the eye. We definitely want the eye looked at. So there we go. We did get the eye on the... Oh, we got the eye on that 8th puzzle, right? So now this goes further to pupil. Now it really makes pupil the way to go. Graft on one is possible. Let's do pupil first. I think that's the safest. Yeah, I think we have to go with pupil here. There we go. We got it. And we lit up the L on the 5th puzzle. So we have an unscramble. So 5, we just have a clear unscramble for Surly. So that's an easy one to take. All right. So now we're down to 2. On this 3rd puzzle, we have R, O, and E locked in a position. We do not have any other consonants lit. It could be, that's interesting. Grove. No, we tested the V in Bravo on that 3rd puzzle. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Do I have to? I apologize if I missed some of your guesses there. The chat kind of goes fast sometimes. I didn't mean to. Please no, I'm not ignoring anyone. It's just my brain works multitasking what I'm thinking and what I'm looking at in the chat. No, it can't. The 3rd can't be Grove because we tested the V. Oh, froze. I'm sorry, froze. Oh, yeah, we have not tested the F or Z. So here's the thing, right? We have one quote-unquote mulligan. F was one of the potential words for the first, craft. I believe craft was the leading contender for the first. And so that would be testing... no, it can't be craft because we've tested the C. Graft. I'm sorry, graft. It would be the one. And we test G and F. And I think that makes the most sense here. I think we want to test the G and the F. So I'm going to go with graft. Hey, Kaleidoscope, how you doing? Good to see you. There it is. We got the graft. And that also gave us the F. So froze is almost certainly our answer here. All right. So there we go. This one took a little bit of thinking. There it is. There it is. All right. That was I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I thought it was a fun puzzle. Let's do a traditional one, right? No, I'll go to home. Free. New game. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's do one where we choose the opener. Who has an opener for me for Octordle? A 2 or 3 word opener. While I have a little beverage. Soar, Clint, Dumpy. We didn't play that this week, did we? I don't think we did. All right, Bobo. Yeah, and you had that earlier, so we're gonna go and do that now. All right. SOARE. Clint, and Dumpy. All right. Oh, it's a good start. I'm seeing multiple gimmies. Let's go left or right. Opine is given to us. Boom, right? This is most likely Ducky, but let's take the easy things. This is most likely Shard. The 4th is literally Spade given to us. There's no thought involved. The 5th, too early to tell. 6th, too early to tell. The 7th is S blank ILT, so it's not spilt. It's not spilt. This is where I'm having a brain fart. Stilt, perhaps. Yeah, probably stilt. So let's see. What to do? We could I think Ducky is probably the easiest one here. And we'd evaluate the K. Oh, Dookie. Dookie is also... Yeah, that's a 50-50 on that one. So you know what? I don't think I do want to... take that chance. So Shard is the easiest one. Let's do Shard. There we go. And we lit up. Oh, yep. Wait, who had Dookie? Mr. Leaf. You were right. Look at that H populating on that second puzzle. Look at that. Very well done. All right. Look at that. 4 down, 4 to go. Just on fire here. So the fifth one, we have the A in position. We have I and L out of position. There's probably a few different things we could go do with that. A veil? It could be a veil. Wow, yeah, it could definitely be a veil. Yeah, I'm going to go with a veil here. There it is. Nice. Outstanding. Okay. So now we have the A in position. You have S, H, and N out of position. Mr. Leaf is just running the table on this. I should just, can you turn your cam on, Mr. Leaf? I'll turn it over to you. You can finish this out tonight. I love Nash. Gnash. We've got 2 mulligans, but I don't think we'll need them. There it is. All right. So this takes us to our 7th puzzle. Yeah, Mr. Leaf is the new host of this channel. I do need you to start submitting daily wordles to me to post on the stream. So the 7th one is S blank ILT, stilt. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's got to be stilt. There it is. All right. So now we have 3 guesses. So here's going to be the tricky one. Or maybe not. Mr. Leaf coming in with a fix. Wow. I mean, in fairness, there's not a whole heck of a lot of letters to work with here. You got Q, W, F, J, K, Z, X, B. So we would certainly, with 3 guesses, we'd rule out a bunch of them, right? Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think you got to go with a fix here. There it is. All right. Well, there you go, Mr. Leaf. Let me know when you want to come pick up all the lights and cameras. It's your channel now. Welcome to a fix man's land. All right. Let's play another one. Let's get another one going here. Who's got an opener for me? Who has an opener? Give the chat a moment. It's a Leafs Man Tree. I like that. Robert Russell. That's a good one. Cassandra Hammerstone is a fantastic artist. I promise, Mr. Leaf can make you a great logo. Ascension. Thank you, Ascension. Let's go with Ascension here. Locks. Draft and Bumpy. All right. So Locks, Draft, and Bumpy. This is a good opener. I look right away at the 7th word, and I see an unscramble for... No, hold on. I was about to say charm, but I realized the A is not in the 3rd position, but it could also be March. That would be the other possibility. So we'll immediately take the easy layup here, which fills in a little more intel across the board. So let's see here. What would be the next target to kind of work through? Or perhaps another eval word. We've got a lot. See, here's the thing. We have a lot of important unevaluated letters. And I think that maybe the way I want to go here is I'm going to go with the word being so we can get E, I, N, and G evaluated. There's just too many unevaluated important letters here. So let's just do that and get the insight that is no doubt going to bring us. Okay, there. I feel like that was a really good thing. We, of course, have now gotten another unscramble on the second puzzle. That gave us feign. A gimme, if you will. So there we go. Let's see. A forward extension which covers those. Oh. People asking Mr. Leaf, stop, no mas. We've had enough. Not flick 8. There's got to be an E in here. It could be fleck, F-L-E-C-K. Growl for 3. That's a good one. Yeah, I wouldn't mind testing W. Yeah, let's try growl. There we go. We got it. And we lit up the W in one other puzzle, which is also good. Oh, look at that. No, it's an unscramble because there's a double O. It's woolly. There we go. Let's see. Fleck. Yeah, I think that's right. As I was saying before, I think that's a pretty easy... yeah, there we go. And we get the K lit up from that, from the 5th puzzle, which gives us another unscramble here. Melon on 6. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the board is full of unscrambles now. We ended up with that opener in a fantastic position here. Upper for 1. Right, because when you look at the unused consonants, that's pretty much all you've got to work with. Yeah, I agree. And so there you go. 2 guesses left for our last word in this one. So what are we thinking? Ankle. Oh, right, because it ended up being an unscramble. That's right. I missed that K. Ah, there we go. We had it the whole time. There it is. We got it. A winner is us. So here's what we got. We got time for one more puzzle. Gotta go, Joseph. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, and please enjoy your fine Wendy's food. We'll see you next time, my friend. Take care. Let's do one more. We got time for one more before we take our intermission and switching channels. Who has an opener for our final octortle tonight? What do we got? What do we got? Let me take a sip of my beverage here. Let's go. Yeah, let's go to the queue, the list we had built up. Beach. All right, we're gonna go with beach. What was it? Trick. Trips. T-R-I-P-S. M-O-U-L-D. Okay. We're going to go with the beach trips mold combo here. Let's see what that gets us. Let's see. I believe that puzzle 5 would be R-I-S-T, so it could be grist. Teary on puzzle 7. I like that. That looks like it's got a lot of potential. Wrist. Wrist is also grist, wrist. I think there's more wrists than... I think I was the only grist. I think everyone else was on team wrist. And I find myself in agreement. Let's go with wrist. I think that's a pretty good shot. Okay. So we got wrist. We lit up one other W. W, A, U, and L all out of position on the 3rd puzzle. Interesting. I stand on 4. ST. Yeah, and of course, who doesn't want to evaluate that N? You sold me. Yeah, you sold me, Brian, on stand. Let's go with that. There it is. Look at that. Awful. Yes. when I just see awful, my first thought is, yeah, this is pretty awful. And there it is. Oh, that was a guess to the puzzle. Yay. Yeah, awful. I mean, what the hell else do you do with AWUL? Yeah, it's got to be awful. There we go. All right. Saint. Yeah, the A has to go somewhere. That's basically, it was right out there for us. So let's see here. Where do I go next? There's a few different places we can go. Stove for 6. I was thinking that. Obviously, it's not store because we've evaluated the R. It's not stone. We've evaluated the N. So stove makes a lot of sense here. A stoke. Oh, there's a V and a K here. That is correct. There's potentially a 50-50. There is potentially a 50-50. So maybe that's not the best way to go. Now, begin has a lot of legs. I see that a few people have mentioned begin on puzzle 2. I feel like I'm more comfortable with that. I'm going to go with begin. There we go. We didn't light the G up anywhere, but that's fine. That's fine. We knocked it out. Yeah, so no real eval on the remaining 3 puzzles. Stoke or stove? That is the question. Now, the good news here, we have 3 puzzles left. We have 5 guesses. We have like 2 mulligans. I'm wondering, do we do a poll? Do we just try one? Or do we do an eval word? You know what? I kind of want to do a poll. We haven't done too many polls tonight, so I'm going to do a stove versus stoke poll. Here we go. Hold on. Hang on. Stove and stoke. There we go. I would ask if you don't mind. Tell me if you are on Team Stove or Team Stoke. Because I think we'll give one of those a go here, depending on what you come up with. Let's see. I have my internet is a couple seconds behind, so just if you don't mind me taking a few seconds here. All right, we've got a bunch of votes. All right. It's close. It's close, but I think we're going to call it here. Oh, wow, it's a 50-50 right now with 10 votes. All right. I don't want to have to be the tiebreaker, but I will if needed. I will. All right, we're going to give it 5 more seconds here. And calling it, we have a 50-50 between Stove and Stoke, and that means the awesome responsibility I do not take lightly. I have a certain amount of reverence. I'm going to go with Stoke. I'm going to go with Stoke here. Oh! It was not Stoke. It was Stove. It was Stove. All right, well, let's take Stove. There it is. And sadly, the V did not light up on either of the other puzzles, nor did we get any intel. So now we have the challenge of figuring out these two. Now, we don't really... you have Q, Z, X, J, and Y. The Y could be a player, certainly. I think 7 has to be Terry. There's no plausible way it's not Terry. So let's take that. There we go. And we get the Y. Okay, there we go. So now we're out of the woods here. Because now, yeah, it's got to be Dandy. There's absolutely no other possible solution. So there we go. Ooh. Bless you. Dandy it is. Dandy it is. Cool. All right. So, here's the deal, folks. We are at about 7:45. We are going to wrap things up on this particular program, Word Game Wednesday here on Doug Man's Land. However, if you enjoyed hanging out and or if you enjoy old video games. Our time together this evening is not over. We are going to sign off here. We're going to take a 10-minute or so intermission, and we're going to be back at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Reclaiming Retro. So look up on YouTube. There is one and only one Reclaiming Retro channel. You can jump in there, and we will go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for about an hour and a half or so. And we'll play some games, hang out, and have some fun kibitzing. So please feel free to join us if that's the thing. If not, totally understood. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. We'll be here again next Wednesday at 6 Eastern Time. So until then, have a great one, folks. And there you go. Bye-bye.